So I'd like to invite Miss Kirsten DeMelo from the Spiritist Society of Baltimore to the podium for a very special artistic moment.
How many of us know of this great poet, Brazilian poetess, Auta de Souza? Some yes, some no. Well, today we're going to be bringing a poem by her. And for those of you who are not aware who Auta de Souza was, she was a famous Brazilian mystic poet. And although in her recent incarnation, she was not known to have been spiritist, but deeply spiritual in her writing and deeply connected to her sense of what some might call the spirit or the essence. Hence why in Brazil, they considered her this great mystical poetess. She wrote romantic poems, some of symbolic influence. She also only ever published one book in her lifetime. But one book was enough for her to make such an impact within the Brazilian culture and literary world. She was deemed, as I shared, the greatest mystical poet in Brazil. And the poem we're going to be sharing today, the poem Fraternal Message, was published in the book Parnaso de Além Túmulo, or Parnassus from Beyond the Grave, in which we can find more than 200 poems dictated by the spirits of 56 Brazilian and Portuguese poets. And this book was psychographed by Francisco Cândido Xavier. And it's very interesting if you were to read on the biography or I want to say the Spiritist Federation, the United States Spiritist Federation website, I want to say, I believe it was there, the biography. And it's interesting what Chico says about her, that there were so few spirits that came and only gave one message through Chico, and Auta de Souza and some others were one of those. But Chico said, was her being close to him was so impactful that he at times could not tell if the tears that she cried while sharing her poem with him were hers or his, because he was so touched. So allow us to read her poem, translated, Fraternal Message. My friend, your simplest prayers, they are heard in the infinite space. But I know that sometimes you cry, dismayed by the silence of the force which you entreat. Return to your abandoned inner temple, the highest of all chapels, and the most lucid and beautiful answers will cause you joy and amazement. Listen to your heart in each prayer. God answers you within you and enlightens with the eternal force of consolation. You will understand the pain that dominates you under the pure and pilgrim language of the voice of God in light of redemption. Thank you.